Hi everyone, it's Cassidy and today I am here with a technology review. I'm going to be discussing the Apple AirPods Pros. Before I get right into the brutally honest review, go ahead and give this video a like if you are interested in more technology reviews. And go ahead and comment down below if you want to buy the AirPods, if you've had them, what's your experience with them, do you like the Pros or the regular ones, or is there another brand that you recommend over any of these? I want to know. So go ahead and write that in the comments and make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification so you never miss a video. Let's get started. So here is my little flowery case that I keep it in. It's got a keychain. I got this at Anthropologie, I believe. I will link it if you're interested. Open it up and it is wider than the regular AirPod case that's kind of vertically up and down. This one's more horizontal. The case charges them. Let me go ahead and try to take one out. There he is. And it just fits in the ear like so. It comes with 3 different sizes that you can put on the top so you can find your fit. And before I get into all the details, I will be looking through Apple's website and all of their specs and claims that they say about the product, and I'm going to tell you if I agree with them or if I think they really work like they say. So, got the website pulled up here, and we're gonna go ahead and take a look at some of these specs. I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at right over here. So, right off the bat, they have some cool imagery. It always looks so nice when you're scrolling through their website because it's Apple and they're all about the aesthetic. Very sleek. So the first thing that's popping up here, active noise cancellation for immersive sound. I do think that the noise cancellation is very good. I definitely have a hard time hearing people when they're calling my name with these bad boys in. They're not as noise canceling as over-the-ear headphones. I have some Beats. It came with my laptop, don't judge me. And like I cannot hear a single thing. With these I can kind of hear some stuff. It's not 100% noise canceling, but I think it's pretty good. Like, they are noise canceling, but I don't think that it's a feature that really puts them over the top of other wireless earbuds. Transparency mode for hearing what's happening around you. So if you've seen any of their commercials, they'll have someone walking on the street and they've got the noise canceling on, and then they go to talk to somebody and you hold it down for a couple seconds and then it goes into transparency mode, so it's supposed to help you hear what's going on around you. It does work, but the fact that there's still something in your ear makes it hard for me to hear people. It's not super transparent. I can tell that it kind of almost acts as like a hearing aid. It amplifies things going on around you to help you hear what's going on when you're in this mode. But once again, I don't think it's so seamless. You have to hold it down for longer than it would take to just take the earbud out of your ear. So I think it would be a lot easier if you really need to hear somebody really quick to just take it out, then hold it down. It's a nice feature, I think, if you're walking along and you're like, oh, what's going on? I want to hear that, and then you hold it down and you can hear a little bit better. You can't hear things super clearly, and I think it'd be a lot easier to just take it out of your ear. The next thing here, a customizable fit for all-day comfort. This is one that I agree with. It came with 3 different sizes of tips that you put on the end. There was a small, medium, and large. I use the small because I have pretty small ears and I don't like them to feel too big. I've seen other earbuds in different brands that come with 5 or 6 different sizes to really customize it. So I think they're on the right track with this, and they fit me really well. I've never had them fall out. I do think they're comfortable. Like, I wear them all the time and I have not had issues with them hurting my ear or anything. They could always have more sizes because obviously there's a range of ear shapes and all kinds of things, but I do think that this one is true. They are really comfortable and you have some options. The regular AirPods I don't think have any options. It's just what it is. It's the little circle and that's what you get, and it just doesn't work for everyone. So that's something that really puts these above the regular AirPods. Alright, next thing, magic like you've never heard. This is not really a spec. This is kind of just them trying to make their product sound magical and amazing. These sound great, like everything sounds good. I listen to music with these, I listen to YouTube videos, watch Netflix, podcasts. Sometimes I'll have them in when I'm FaceTiming or talking on the phone. Everything sounds clear and good. I have no problems with the sound. I don't think these are really super bass boosted like some people really like for music. I personally don't love super bass boosted stuff. There might be some types of music that I like the bass to be bumping, but overall it's not like a feature that I really like. So I kind of like that the sound is a little bit more balanced on these. They look, I mean, I feel like any wireless earbud looks kind of goofy when the stem's hanging out, but I think these look a little bit better than the regular AirPods. So they say, we refined the details of comfort, creating a new class of in-ear headphones with a customizable fit that forms an exceptional seal for active noise cancellation. You'll feel your music, not your headphones. I do think this is true. I don't really notice that they're in, and sometimes when I'm not wearing them, I think like, wait, are my AirPods in? Like, they're not super bulky, which is really nice. So now they're showing us how you can take the tip off and fit it for your ear. So now they're showing us the different sizes, large, medium, small. These internally tapered tips conform to your ear shape, keeping AirPods Pro secure, and with vents helping equalize pressure, you feel like there's nothing in your ears. I don't really know if I feel like equalizing pressure going on, but they are pretty comfortable. Like, I have no issues with these as far as comfort goes. Sound that cuts out the noise, so they're talking about the noise cancellation again, which I think could be better, but it's really good. Okay, here's a claim. AirPods Pro are the only in-ear headphones with active noise cancellation that continuously adapts to the geometry of your ear and the fit of the ear tips, blocking out the world so you can focus on what you're listening to. So I guess that's where the active part comes in, so they're always kind of like moving and adhering to your ear and listening for what's going on to cancel out the noise. I think they do this pretty well. As far as noise cancellation goes, earbuds all over the map could probably improve, but honestly, it is what it is. Like, it's pretty good. Okay, so it says an outward-facing microphone detects external sound. That's kind of cool. AirPods Pro then counter it with equal anti-noise, canceling the external sound before you hear it. So it's listening for sounds going on around outside you and trying to block those out. An inward-facing microphone listens inside your ear for unwanted sound, which is also eliminated with anti-noise. Now the thing with the anti-noise is that sometimes you kind of hear that noise. It's like a little bit of a white noise, kind of, you know what I'm talking about? And it's better than hearing like your neighbor's dog barking super loud outside, but it's not dead silent. But honestly, I don't really like dead silence. It's kind of creepy. Okay, so now it's talking about the transparency mode. Want to hear what's happening around you? Just press and hold the force sensor on the stem to jump between active noise cancellation and transparency mode, which lets outside sound in and allows things to sound and feel natural when you're talking to people nearby. I don't totally agree with this claim. It helps, but I have a hard time hearing with anything in my ear. Like, it's still in my ear and I just feel like I can't hear things as well as if I just took it out, which takes, like I said, it takes 1 second to go like this. It takes like a second and a half to hold it down. I don't know. I think this is a feature that sounds cool in theory, but like isn't really that useful. Noise cancellation is continuously adjusted at 200 times per second for truly immersive sound, so you're fully tuned into your music, podcasts, and calls. So they're really pushing the noise cancellation with these, and while that's a great feature, I think they're missing some other features that put these above other earbuds, because a lot of earbuds are having noise cancellation. It's not really a new thing. Enjoy superior sound quality with adaptive EQ, which automatically tunes music to the shape of your ear for a rich, consistent listening experience. These are kind of claims that are hard to test. I can't really look into the inner machinations of the earbud while I'm listening to stuff. I don't really notice this, so they can say whatever they want about this, and I don't really know if that's working or not. Sounds cool. If that's working, that's a cool feature, but I can't really comment on that, so it's kind of like they could say whatever they want and get away with it. So now they're saying powerful bass is delivered by a custom-built high-excursion, low-distortion speaker driver. I will say bass always sounds clear. It's not distorted. You know, when the bass gets really loud in a song, it's like brr, 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 like at a concert, and it's like blasting through the speakers and you can't really even hear any clarity. The bass sounds clear. They're not really super bass boosted like I said, but I don't mind that. I would rather it sound clear and balanced than super bass boosted. A super efficient high dynamic range amplifier produces pure, incredibly clear sound while also extending battery life. I don't really know what this part means. I don't know much about hardware. I do think that the battery life isn't bad. I use these all day, every day when I'm on TikTok and YouTube, and like I said before. And I only have to charge them probably about every 3 days. They do charge in the case, but I have to charge the case itself probably every 3 days, which I don't think is too bad. I just plug it into my laptop, and then after a couple hours I'm ready to go. The amplifier powers the speaker driver to remove background noise and works with the H1 chip to control listening levels. Once again, these are things that like the average consumer is gonna look at and be like, oh, that sounds pretty fancy and cool, but like stuff like this is probably going on in so many earbuds. An average person is not gonna know anything really about this. It just sounds cool. So I think this is kind of pointless to put on here. A chip with serious chops. Tech-packed yet compact, AirPods Pro are built around our system-in-package design featuring the H1 chip. I guess the H1 chip helps power a lot of stuff, and you can use Siri with these. So one thing that I think they failed to really mention here, unless it is at the bottom of the site, but a huge advantage to these is that it pairs so well with other Apple products. So if you have an iPhone, if you have a MacBook, even an Apple Watch, or I guess an iPad, it's like the one Apple thing I don't have, everything just syncs really well and pretty seamlessly. And I think that's something that Apple does really, really well, and maybe a little bit better than other brands. Use the force Use the force sensor to easily control music and calls and switch between active noise cancellation and transparency mode. You can also touch and hold the volume slider and control center on your iPhone to change modes. So you don't have to only hold it down to do active noise cancellation versus transparency. You can go in your phone settings and it's pretty easy to switch what's going on. Something that they're not mentioning here, you can't control the volume with these. You have to do that on your phone. I think a lot of earbuds you can change the volume on them and turn it up or down. You can pause the music, and something that they also haven't mentioned is when you take one out, it'll pause whatever you're listening to or watching, and then when you put it back in, it automatically plays. That's a great feature, but you can't change the volume on the earbuds itself, which I think is a disadvantage. Designed to keep up with you, AirPods Pro are sweat and water resistant, and they feature an expanded mesh microphone port that improves call clarity in windy situations. I don't work out a ton, but I have sweated in these and they work perfectly fine. I haven't had an issue with them being altered by sweat or any, moisture at all, so I think that's a reasonable claim. I don't know about the mesh microphone. I'm not usually on a call in a windy situation, but I think that's a good thing that they're trying to add, because when it's super windy and you're speaking on the phone, it's really hard to hear people, so that's kind of cool that they thought of that. I think that's a cool claim if it's true. I haven't really tested that. Charge wirelessly, use tirelessly. The wireless charging case delivers more than 24 hours of battery life to keep you and your AirPods Pro on the go, and is compatible with Qi certified chargers. I think this is reasonable. I've gotten definitely 24 hours. I think if you were listening to them non-stop for 24 hours, you would have to charge it, but I definitely can go a couple days without putting the case on a charger. And I do usually charge my case with a wireless charger, and it works perfectly fine, which is really nice. You just set it on there and you're good to go. Up to 4.5 hours of listening time on one charge. I would say this is true. I know a lot of earbuds, and I think the regular AirPods claim 6 hours, so these are a little bit less just because they're doing more with all the active noise canceling and all that jazz. But I think, you could watch a whole movie. You could watch, honestly, 2 movies with that and then charge it, so I don't think that's really a problem. Around 1 hour of listening time and only 5 minutes. I would say I usually, when I charge it the whole way. It's nice in a pinch if you can only charge it for a couple minutes and then you'll still get some use out of it. Okay, so they do kind of mention this. They connect to your iPhone and watch super easily. You just open the case and then it pairs right away. Use the ear tip fit test to create the optimal listening experience. You'll get the right tip size for your ears and the best seal for noise cancellation. So there's a little feature where you put them in and it tells you after playing some things if it's feeling right inside your ear, so you can see which size fits. When I did it, the small and the medium both fit well, but I thought the small was more comfortable, and the large it wasn't feeling because they were too big in my ear. So I think that's a cool feature that they have, and that seems to work pretty well. A simple "Hey Siri" summons your favorite personal assistant. You can control everything with these. They're listening for Siri, just like your phone would if you have the iPhone. Share a song, podcast, or other audio stream between 2 sets of AirPods with audio sharing. I haven't tried this, but that's actually really cool so that multiple people with AirPods can listen to the same thing at the same time. I feel like we've all run into that situation where you've got one in and everybody's trying to listen, so that's really nice. And then I guess on the Apple website you can engrave them. I got these at Best Buy. They were having a deal and I got about $50 off. Okay, so you're probably wondering, alright, I heard a lot of good things, some okay things, but I want to buy them. Let's look at the pricing for these bad boys, because I think that's important. These retail at $249. That is not cheap, you guys. And they also say $41.50 a month for 6 months. I'm not gonna lie, these are expensive. I've had them for around, I'm gonna say 4 months now, and I haven't had any problems. They are still working fine. One problem that I will mention though is that sometimes I'll go to put them in, one of them recognizes that it's in and it's ready to go, and the other one, for some reason, it's usually the left one, doesn't always, and I have to put it back in the case and then put it in my ear. I don't know if other people have had this problem, but that's a problem that I've had with these, is that they don't always recognize when they're being used. This happens once every couple of days, usually with the left one. I don't know why. Maybe there's something I can do to troubleshoot it. That's an issue that I've had. I believe the regular AirPods are around $100 less. That is significant money. So, the final verdict on these bad boys. Do I recommend? I actually do. I really like these. I use them every day. They sound good. They stay in my ears. They're comfortable. They work with all my devices super frictionlessly, and I haven't really had any issues besides sometimes one of them doesn't recognize when it's in my ear when I go to put them in. Some things that they claim that I don't think are really useful are the transparency mode and the fact that you can't control the volume on them. But other than that, I think that these are a good buy if you have the money and are thinking about getting AirPods anyway. I think these are significantly more comfortable than the regular AirPods. If you don't have all of the Apple ecosystem, I think it's useful to research other brands, because these aren't the only truly wireless earbuds out there. So many good brands are making them now. I think that AirPods are the most iconic and the most aesthetically coveted ones, but I think if you're using an Android phone especially, these probably aren't the ones for you. But if you've got the iPhone, if you've got the MacBook, all of those things, I would definitely recommend these over the regular AirPods. From when I've tried those on and used those a little bit, I think these are a lot better. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful and useful. Make sure you leave me a comment letting me know if this was helpful to you and if you have any other recommendations for wireless earbuds. And I will see you next week. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye!